What's going on, everybody? Nick Alberici here, back with another video. Week 8 NFL picks and predictions. Exciting week. World Series week. Got it all. I got another special guest here today. A couple people were texting about it, saying, "Hey, when are we going to get some guests on the show?" Well, this one is one that we haven't had on in 2 to 3 years, but he knows it all. It's my dad. He wanted to come on here and talk about his Lions probably a little bit too. So last week I went 8-7, a little bit of a bummer. But my total record this year is 73-33, so I can't complain overall with that so far. So we're gonna get into the games. So here we go. First, we have a short week for the Vikings, and that'll be the first game. I'm glad it's a short week after that loss last week. The Vikings are 3-point favorites. The over-under is 48.5. I've been saying since we lost the game the other day, self-inflicted wounds, that we would win this game. Schedule gets easier from here, so we weren't going to go 17-0. So
he was wrong.
Yeah, give me the loss.
I didn't rub it in or anything, because it could have gone either way.
Yeah, it was a good game.
So it was, it was pretty calm in here. We're just, you didn't know. I mean, it really came down to the end, and you know what? That was a good game overall. A division game, you knew it was going to be tight. The line was settled at 1.5. It was 2.5, then it went to 1.5, and then it was 1.5, then 2.5, then 1.5. So really, the money was kind of even throughout the week, but we just basically knew. I mean, it was funny how Vegas is right on the line, but they had the line on the opposite side because Detroit won by 2. And Minnesota was favored by 1.5, but they were just on the wrong side. But it was tight. I mean, they were right on.
Yeah, but I think it's a perfect time for us to bounce back. I think we do. Hoop Hawkinson's back, but if not, I don't think it matters. 27-17, I say we beat the Rams this week. All right?
Yeah, I think Min bounces back, with the coaching staff. Like I told him in the Lions game, I thought Darnold, was going to be the deciding factor, and when he didn't get that first down, or also when he didn't get the 2-point conversion, it was on him.
Bad play calls too, yeah.
Yeah, but I do think they bounced back. I know the line is only 3, so if it was in Minnesota, it would be 6 points. I think the line is a little low, being 3, because the Rams, they beat the Raiders by 5. But I could see men bouncing back here, and I think it'll be in that 27-21 type of game, 28-24. But I think men covers that spread, and I think they win. Good bounce back win on a short week.
Let's get Jefferson a big game. All right, and on the Sunday, first one's a good one. Eagles at Bengals. Cincinnati on ESPN, they are 2.5 on fantasy, so 2.5, and over under is 47.5. I like the Bengals personally. I just think Hurts isn't good. I keep saying it. They blew out the Giants last week, big deal. And I feel like I know Cincinnati hasn't looked the greatest on offense, but I think getting back home is going to be big for them. So I'm going to say 27-23, Cincinnati at home.
Yeah, I have the Eagles winning this because I'm looking at it comes down to the quarterback play, and Hurts could move the ball by running the ball. Cincinnati's running game is pretty weak since the loss of Mixon, and I know that they're healthy on the receiver end, with Chase and Higgins, but I just think that the Eagles have them on this game. I say 28-24 Eagles.
Okay. And then the next one, we got the Ravens at the Browns. Baltimore is 9. Over-under is 44.5.
9.5.
FanDuel's 9.5.
And 44.5 on FanDuel.
All right. Well, I mean, I think we both will be picking the Ravens here. Watson out for the year. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, that team was already done as it is, but I don't know who's going to start. So I'll take the Ravens here in a blowout, like a 34-10 type of game, Baltimore.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Ravens. They're the lock of the week. They're my lock of the week here. they're just on a roll right now. Lamar is playing at such a high level that he should be. I haven't checked the latest odds, but he should be in the lead for MVP. I'm actually going to check it right now for season awards.
He is now.
He actually is. He's plus 210 for MVP. At Mahomes is plus 470. So I'll take Lamar here. I think they roll. I think it's a 37-13 kind of game. Cleveland, they might get, some points late. Baltimore plays a little prevent or whatever, but 37-13, 37-17 in that range. Even on a short week, I think Baltimore rolls.
All right. And then next game, here's my lock of the week. We have the Lions home against Tennessee. The Lions are 11, over-under is 46.5, and on there 10.5. All right, so they're pretty
10.5 and 45.5,
right.
with the over being minus 115.
Pretty accurate. But yeah, Lions lock of the week. Mason Rudolph is garbage. The Titans are garbage. They're home. So I feel like this game was in Tennessee. It'll be a little bit closer than you think because outdoors. But at home, give me the Lions here like 31-10. It's going to be,
Tennessee's defense, it's a little underrated. Their offense sucks with Mason Rudolph. Lions coming off 2 big wins against Dallas, against Min. I'm not going to say they're and then JMO with his suspension, 2-game suspension. When is this guy going to learn? You're given a golden opportunity, and he gets suspended for 2 games for illegal substance. So. To me, I just don't get it. Dude needs to grow up. So you're going to see in this game, I could see like a 31-17, 31-20 type of game. Lions will give up some points. Typically, there's only one game this year in Detroit where they had trouble, and that was against Tampa. Seattle gave up some late points, but it's going to be like a 31-20 game.
Yeah, personally, no matter who is starting for Tennessee, they both suck. So, all right, the next game is Cardinals at Dolphins. Miami is 3, over-under is 46.5. That is the same one. Yeah, there it is.
It's 3 and 46.5.
Yeah, 2 is scheduled to play, so I'm going to base it on he's going to play. So I'll take Miami. Maybe Waddle finally does something. I hope because I'll have to start him in fantasy this week because I don't trust Olave at all. So I got to go Miami here. Close game. I think Arizona will be able to stay in it. So to me, it's gonna be like a 23-17 Miami type of game. So give me the Dolphins.
Yeah. So if Tua plays, those guys, Waddle and Tyreek. I think they're really struggling because anybody that has him, I have Waddle in one league, he has Waddle in another league. That offense is struggling so bad. I think if Tua plays, I think we're looking at like a 30-17 game if Tua plays. If Tua don't plays, then I see if Tua doesn't play, I see like a 23-17 Arizona win.
All right. So there you go. All right. Oh, God. Next game, we got the underachieving Jets.
But that line's telling you at Miami, -3, -120, that Tua is playing.
Yeah.
Because Vegas isn't stupid. Like, right now, like, that game...
Miami needs to win, too, so they can't keep screwing around with Huntley.
But that line came out early, too. So, and when it came out, Miami was a favorite by 2.5, and it went up to 3. So everyone's anticipating Tua playing.
Yep. All right. And then we got the underachieving Jets at the Patriots. The Jets are 7.5.
7 on here.
All right. And over-under is 41.5.
And the under -115.
Yeah. I'll take the Jets. They got to win at some point. If they don't win this week, then I don't know what to do. I mean, they should win. I mean, Drake May has looked pretty good, though, for the Patriots. So I'll still take the Jets here. I don't even know. I mean, this is going to be... You don't know what to expect from the Jets team. One week they could look like, amazing. The next week it look like shit. But I'll say 27 to. This could be like a 27-14 win. I don't see why not. So give me the Jets.
Yeah, Jets need to basically they're going to roll with Brees Hall. They got to get Devontae. He had 3 catches for 30 yards in his debut. A little disappointing. I mean, I think that in the first half he had 30 yards in the first. I don't think he had anything in the second half. I believe, but you know. Rogers will work on him a little bit more this week. Garrett Wilson. That he's just a beast, Garrett Wilson. But Brees Hall, they're gonna run it down their throats just like Tank did with Jacksonville last week. So I think with all that running involved, I mean Patriots okay, great. So they got the rookie quarterback, Drake May, good feel good story. But I really I think that the Jets should win this game. It's a division game. I'm thinking 27-17 Jets win.
All right, and then the next game we have the Falcons at the Bucks. Atlanta is 2.5. Over/under is 46.5.
It's 2.5 and 45.5
Right,
minus
so
1.
it seems like ESPN's off a little bit with the over/unders, but I think it doesn't matter. I think the Falcons win this game, especially because now at Tampa Bay they're a hospital. Godwin's definitely going to be out a long time. I'm assuming Evans is going to be out as well. So give me the Falcons here. This would have been a tighter game, a 3-point game if they're all playing. But now I'm going to take like a 7 to 10 point win. So I'm going to say like a 26-16 type game for Atlanta.
Yeah, Atlanta's more of an indoor team. They just struggle out on the road, but Atlanta, they just have a lot of weapons with Bijan and Drake London's been lighting it up every week. Drake London, like last year he couldn't do anything with Desmond Ritter, but him and Cousins have a good rapport going. Short week Tampa, losing all these guys. I had picked up Cade Otton in my other league before this week. And he had 100 yards. So look at, if you could get him in fantasy, pick up Cade Otton because, who are they going to throw to? If Evans is out, they're going to go to their tight ends and they're going to run the ball. So they have 3 guys that can run the ball over there. But as far as Atlanta goes, I think it's going to be a tight game. I could see it's going to be tight. It's going to be low scoring. I think it's going to be like a 21-20 Atlanta squeaker win.
Okay.
With Koo.
All right.
Picking the game winner.
And then we got the most overrated team in recent time, the Green Bay Packers at the Jaguars. Green Bay is 4.5. Over is 49.5.
Right on.
Jaguars are bad. They're just bad. So I'll take Green Bay here. And they're probably exhausted from being in London for 2 weeks. So I don't understand why there's no bye week for them after that, but whatever. I still think Green Bay obviously wins, and I think they win on the road. I mean, Jags to me are just bad. So I'm going to say 31-17 Green Bay.
Yeah, I'd say 28-23 Green Bay.
All right, yeah, the Jags just. All right, and then we got the Colts at the Texans. Houston's 5.5. Over/under is 46.5. Houston should win this game. To me, I think Joe Flacco does better in Indy's offense than Anthony Richardson does for some reason. So I think Houston bounces back in a big way here. Like a 27-16 type of game. To me, it's hard to pick Indy. They're 4-3, but they really look like a 4-3 team? No. So give me Houston here at home.
Yeah, I think this line is a little low, being in Houston. 5.5. You think it would be more?
Division game.
True, but Richardson, he just I don't know what's going on over there. I mean, they should be feeding Pittman because last year he was Mr. Consistent in fantasy. And then with Houston, they have to, and Diggs. What did Diggs do? Diggs had 5 catches for 35 yards.
Yeah, you would think he'd do more.
I don't understand it. He thinks he's so good, but you know what? He's not clicking in Houston. And everywhere he goes, he wanted to leave Minnesota. That's what you get. All right, that's what you get for leaving Minnesota, thinking that you're good. And it didn't work out in Buffalo. Him and Josh Allen. But going to Houston, like even when they first got him, he was jawing with Stroud on the sidelines. But this game is going to be tighter than what everybody thinks. So I could see it's going to be 24-20 Houston.
All right, then we got this 4 o'clock window. We got the Saints at the Chargers. Chargers are 7, over under 39.5.
7.5. The minus 104 and 39.5 with minus 118. People are taking the over on this.
Well, yeah, I'll take the Chargers though. The Saints are an absolute mess. Dennis Allen will probably be the next coach to be fired, either him or Doug Peterson. Chargers off a bad loss yesterday. So I think the Chargers win here like a 31 that the Saints can't move the ball. So I'm going to say like 31-13.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer the Saints could stick with the rookie at quarterback because let's face it, he was having trouble, and they brought in
I don't even remember his name.
What's his Haener?
Yeah,
they brought in Haener late, and he looked accurate, throwing the ball, throwing tight spirals. So, I don't think Haener's going to start, but the other dude might be on a short leash. But Chargers just don't do anything for me. Like they're just so vanilla. Like they like to run the ball. Dobbins is playing over his head. He's gonna get hurt soon, like he always does every year, because he's playing over his head. They got the other bum on IR, Gus Edwards. They signed both Baltimore running backs. How genius is that? Who is their GM on that team? He's a dope. All right, just like their former offensive coordinator on the Eagles, dude.
Listen, Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. I've been saying it for years because he used to be on the Lions, and that guy's an idiot. So how's he doing in Philly? Anyway, Chargers are a mess. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be like a 23-14, 23-17 kind of score.
All right, and then we got the Bills at the Seahawks. Buffalo is 3, over-under is 47.5.
Yeah, with the under being the favorite.
Yeah, Metcalf. Is he gonna play? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Said his knee. He's they're saying week to week, but it's not bad. So.
All right. Well, I mean, I just can't try. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Who's got the better quarterback? So I'm gonna take the Bills. I don't trust Geno Smith. So give me the Bills and Allen. It could be a little bit of a Buffalo stinker a little bit. They might start out slow, like a 10-0 Seattle lead, and then the Bills will chip away. So I'll still take the Bills here at a 27-24, maybe a last-second field goal type of game. So yeah. Buffalo.
Well, I have Seattle winning this game. Josh Allen is different on the road than he is at home. You're going to see a big dose of Kenneth Walker because Buffalo's run defense stinks. So you're going to see Kenneth Walker. Even if Metcalf doesn't play, you're going to see Lockett and Smith and Jigba. And what's his name? Noah Fant's even turning on. He's been getting a lot more targets recently. So I think Seattle wins in an upset in this game. It's going to be like a 27-21 kind of game. It's one of those games where like Buffalo, they can't stop Seattle. Whenever they think they're going to stop him, Buffalo needs to stop, and Seattle's gonna get those first downs. But Kenneth Walker, man, he's no joke, man. He's a good running back. When healthy, he's a good running back.
All right. And the next game, we got the Panthers at the Broncos. Denver is 9, over is 43.5. So the Broncos should definitely win this game here. The Panthers they're equivalent to the White Sox in MLB. They're that bad. To me, I think the Panthers should just be starting Bryce Young. See if we just start him. Who cares? Dalton ain't doing nothing. So the Broncos will win this game. Their offense, some weeks they look great, some weeks they don't. So I'm just gonna say Denver here, 26 to. I'm gonna say the Panthers only going to score a touchdown here. I'm gonna say 26-12 field goals. 26-12 Denver.
Yeah. I think Denver could let some nice runs on the ground by Carolina's running backs. But Don't try to pass on them. I think going to have some Carolina's going to have some trouble with that. So we're looking at I think Broncos, because Broncos don't score a lot. You're going to look at a 26-10 sort of game. Maybe 26-17 is going to be my final. And Bryce Young, I don't know if they want to play him, because now with the trade deadline coming up, teams are going to go after him, because you know what? I think the coaching staff in Carolina, they have no idea what they're doing. So you might get Bryce Young and a steal a team, and you could teach that guy, because there's teams that have time to groom quarterbacks. And Bryce Young, I mean, listen, he was drafted number 1 overall. There's a reason why, and I'm saying not all number 1 picks pan out, but the dude's athletic. He can throw the ball. He looks like he's he's smart enough to know the playbook and everything like that. So a team like, I don't know, a team needy quarterback, or
Giants.
the Giants can make a move. Well, actually, I like what's his name on the Giants? So
Drew Lock.
no,
DeVito.
No. Okay, no, not on the Giants. I was going to say Seattle, but I like Sam Howell. I think he's a quarterback of the future.
How about the Rams? Well, they're back.
Well, no,
Jimmy
Stafford actually has a $53 million or $55 million cap hit.
Jeez.
And they're actually looking to move him. So you know what? Hey,
Jimmy G's are back up. Yeah,
yeah, it's another one. Like, they don't know what they're doing. It's an aging team over there with the Rams. But hey, Stafford helped us become a winning team with that trade we made. But anyway, so I already said my score, so I'm done.
All right, then we got the Chiefs at the Raiders. KC is 10, 9.5 from FanDuel. Over on is 42.5. Kansas City should win this game. Mahomes finds a way again. It's not really finding a way. I think they win big, but it's gonna be like a 30 to 13 type of win for them. The Raiders, to me, they just can't. No matter who's in. I mean, Minshew's gonna start, and to be honest with you, he's been regressed. You would think he'd be better over time, but whatever. So Kansas City.
Listen, Mahomes isn't going to lose to Kansas City. Kansas City's not going to lose to the Raiders 2 years in a row, because it happened on Christmas last year.
Yeah.
So, this is a game for Mahomes to get right, because all he's been doing is he's been a handoff merchant.
Oh, yeah.
Every play, handoff. I had him to go over 150 yards in one of my parlays, and I barely got that. Like, it was like 4 minutes left in the game on a third down.
He ended up with like 154 or some shit like that.
So I had him to go. I dropped all the way down to 150. He barely got it, being a merchant trying to run down clock. All right, so I think this game has got to be a get-right game. This has got to be a Kelsey game. You got to get that dude on track. If Kelsey doesn't get on track against the Raiders, the dude's done. Keep doing your podcast and going to your concerts. So, this game, this has got to be like a 31-13, 31-17. I'll say 31-17. Minshew. He might, maybe Bowers, does a little something in this game, but that's my final on that, 31-17.
All right, and then we got the Bears at the Commanders. Chicago's 2.5, over on is 43.5. I think Jaden Daniels may not play. His ribs are all screwed up. I think that line's actually telling you he's not going to play.
It's 2.5 minus 120 for the Bears.
Yeah.
43.5.
Yeah, so I'll take the Bears, even though I'm not a fan of them either, because they haven't beat anybody good all year. So I'll just take the Bears, because I just don't know the status of Daniels, and if he plays, I don't know how. So I'll just take the Bears here in a close one. I'm going to say 24. I'll still say 24-20 Bears.
Yeah. Bears will take this. Bears coming off a bye. Bears will be trying to run the ball. Washington's going to have Mariota. Mariota got, thrown in that game last week. he's not going to throw any deep balls. He's going to go short. They're going to run the ball. Hopefully, they use Brian Robinson more. You got Eckler over there on third downs. I could see it being a little closer than everybody thinks, but I'm thinking a 23-17 Bears win.
All right.
But if for some miracle that he plays,
And the Commanders.
and then I could see the Commanders winning this game, but I just don't think he will. But if he does play, I could see the Commanders winning this game. It'll be I'll say 27-24 Commanders if Daniels plays.
All right. And then Sunday Night Football, we have the Cowboys off a bye at the 49ers. San Fran's 4.5, over on 47.5. I think San Fran still wins this game because Dallas right now, they're just a mess. You got McCarthy, should be fired soon. And I know no Ayuk for San Fran. He hasn't done shit all year, but I think they just still win this game. Dallas is just too banged up to say Dallas will go into San Fran and win. So give me the San Fran here. I think it'll be close. I'll say 26-21 49ers.
Yeah. I want to say 28-24. Dallas just their defense, till they get Parsons back. I don't know how long he's supposed to be out for.
They put him on IR, I believe so.
So they're just a shell of themselves. Dak will have a couple mistakes. I think they're pretty banged up. You had Debo had fluid in his lungs. So it's pretty bad. And then with Ayuk for the year, Ayuk wasn't doing anything anyway. They should have traded him when they got the chance because they could have got good stuff for him because why give him that much money? You're paying Debo and you're paying McCaffrey and you're paying Kittle. And who's not making the money is Purdy.
Yeah, I know.
So you know what? That money should have went to Purdy. Ayuk should have went to bye trade him to Pittsburgh. And then what's his name could have been wide receiver too.
Jawan Jennings.
Yeah.
Or they could sign somebody like Hunter Renfrow or something.
Yeah. So, but I'll say, the 49ers this game, 28-24.
All right, and then the last game of the week, Monday Night Football, Giants at Steelers. Pitt is 6.5, over under 36.5. Last week I doubted Russell Wilson and made fun of him. He didn't play too bad. And I think the Steelers win again. The Giants, Daniel Jones, they can't move the ball for shit. And that line at 6.5 at home is telling you the Steelers will win. I think it'll be a blowout.
5.5.
Okay, well, I think it's still going to be a blowout regardless. How's Jones going to get away from that Pittsburgh pass rush? So I'll take the Steelers here. I don't think they'll put up as many points as last week, but I still think they win pretty decently. I'm going to say 27-10 Steelers.
I think Dable has Daniel Jones on a short leash. And to be honest with you might see a shocker. You might see the Giants might not even start him this week. That's a bold prediction. They might not before the game or whatever.
Go to Drew Lock.
They might go to Drew Lock. He's on a short leash. Even at halftime, if they're losing and they're not moving the ball, if it's 17-3 at half, I think you're going to see Drew Lock in the game. I think Dable. They're done. This is it. How many chances are you going to give him?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, really, you're paying him all that money.
And now we got a receiver and Neighbors.
Neighbors, once again, he had 41 yards last week. He had like 20-something at halftime. How do you not use him when you're down the Eagles?
They got sacked 50 times, but
so I'll say this is going to be a low-scoring game. So I want to say it should be like a 27-10.
Like I said.
As I said, listen, 27-10. You're going to see a lot of Najee Harris in this game, and Jalen Warren. On third downs with the passes and stuff. So ground and pound Pitt football. Should be an easy win for him.
All right, and nobody's on a bye this week. We have no byes, which is weird for the middle of the year. So, but other than that, that's all I got. Probably one of the longest videos I've ever did. 30 minutes long. So, hope everybody enjoys the week. And I predicted that World Series. Remember last week I was on here saying, I said Dodgers, Yankees all year. He's a Yankees fan, but he thinks the Dodgers are going to win.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers will win because Yankees bullpen stinks.
So we'll see. Should be fun. I've been calling that all year. So enjoy the week, guys. See you back here next week. We're already at basically the halfway point, almost the halfway point. And that's all I got. Hope you enjoyed the special guest. And I'll see you next week. Skol Vikes.
Go Lions.
See you guys.